All right, we're gonna start all over. Rewind the wine. I'm a little bit in bad shape. I'm having an allergic reaction to the inclement weather. For those who are not familiar with big words, inclement weather, it's cocky doodle weather. Anyway, let's go down a trip down memory lane to see what comic genius I am when I'm halfway cocked. I was uncocked before. Infantile child, the inner child, if you will, came about, but now the adult is in charge. Strong, finished women, oh, beautiful. Women apparently, when they have great in contact with their inner selves, their feelings, their pains, their anxieties. Well, I look at it that way, not a positive way, but if they're aware, and as you know, women are they have their time of fun moods and they're sensitive to the cold and sensitive to you, but always the wrong way. Anyway, apparently those women have great orgasms. So while they make you miserable, you can't escape them. It's like this is the time of month. May I leave the house? May I leave the city? May I go out to the fallout shelters? No, you have to be subordinate nowadays. And now it comes to me that they actually have orgasms. Fine orgasms. Of course, with all the abuse you get because, well, they're women, your orgasm or your ability to function may be curtailed. That's what I think. Oh, don't read into this, you bastards. This is an illusion. I'd rather have good relations with the opposite sex. Oof. Oh my goodness, I'm a wreck. A wreck. Look at those eyes. No, I have an aide. She left the window open twice. The frigid weather of the great night north came upon me. I don't know why it gave me allergies in my blessed eyes. Ah, what is this? What is this? Can I read it? A part Neanderthal, yes. Part Neanderthal. I have the brow here, the Neanderthal. The technical abilities of the Neanderthal, the feel of fire. Above average strength, I used to have at least. No, things have changed. And you say, well, what? Neanderthal disappeared. They lived um, with Homo sapiens for quite a while. Yes, parallel to each other, if you will. But they disappeared. And what happened to them, Homo sapiens? Hmm? Did you do away with them? Did you eat them? Did you think of them as a lesser animal, not as bright as you, not as good with the fire and making the wheels, and so you did away with them? Apparently not. No. What happened to the Neanderthal was they started doing it the hoopy doop. Well, this is children's channel, so I won't tell you what the hoopy doop entailed, but let us say they had conjugal visits with the humanity, the humans, the Homo sapiens, and they were literally hoopy dooped away. Yes. All that remains is a thick brow and a thick skull, and we're not as bright as you. Ah, we can't do the math and the algebra. And you never let us forget it. But we still have superhuman strength. Well, not me, but generally. So we make good bouncers. Yes. Hand-to-hand combat and MMA fighters. Yes. Yes. What's the next article in the paper? Weight loss until 25. Apparently, people want to. I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm on Ozempic. Uh, but on the holidays, people want to eat, so they're lowering their dosage. Of course, but they can have the extra cookie, the the extra turkey. Well, that's gone now. The turkey days are gone. But Christmas is a time of ham. Uh, so people play with their pills and overeat and don't indulge. Not this indulger. I may overeat, but I'm not going to make a ritual of it. I'm going to stick to my diet and stick to my Pacific and win this battle. The battle of the bulge. Gentlemen, there will you Vincent, in this polarized world of politics, where do you fall? What loyalties do you have? Are you honestly a Republican or a Democrat? Oh my God, are you an independent? That's for me to truly know and you to not find out. I can give you a story of long ago. I was a conservative boy. I watched Dragnet and identified with Jack Webb. I got a good haircut was short. I remember making a doll, a G.I. Joe. They were actually this big, yes, yes, yes. They were large. And I, I took from my mother's hair salon hair and put it on the G.I. Joe and made my own and made clothes and glued those clothes on to G.I. Joe so he became a hippie. And then I had my military G.I. Joe beat the crap out of that hippie. Oh, I could have been an abusive cop. When they had riots in 68, I identified with the patrolman hitting with the baton. Oh, but then you ask yourself, if that is so, if you were a Nixonian child, how did you register as a Democrat? Well, tell you what happened. I was in my hair salon. Yes. I was working with my mom, my mother, and one of my mother's friends, Fat Dottie, a woman with a cigarette constantly in her mouth, bouffant. Well, given that she was Fat Dottie, that tell you many things. That was her nickname, and she had a voice like this, so somewhat like that, a much deeper. And she was registering voters. Yes. Oh, yes. And I wasn't registered yet. I was a mere child of 18. Uh, with dreams of becoming a military man, a Marine, to fight the Soviet invasion. Yes, yes. I thought of myself as an invincible soldier, kind of soldier John Wayne was. Hardly killed in any of his movies, you know. Anyway, and if killed, it would be bold. Anyway, Fat Dottie came to my doorstep and she said, I'm registering. I'm registering for the Democratic Party. I said, Fat Dottie, no, 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 I'm a Republican. And Fat Toddy told me to shut the F up and register. And she shoved the pen into my arm. Well, I realized that my affair with the military ended right then and there. Because I signed that as a Democrat. And I realized if I couldn't stand up to this fat daddy, how could I stand in the way of a Soviet invasion of the Western Europe? Well, they were already in Eastern Europe. And I was too lazy ever to register as a Republican. Oh, no, there's no point in registering as a Republican, at least up until recently, because there was the Democratic Party and no Republican Party, and at least I could vote for liberals twice against them if I was a Democrat. Like a mole, a Republican mole. Oh, that's why I like. from my previous. Oh my God. More. Michael Moore is handling this young man, this psychopath who murdered a rumor has it, a ruthless uh, CEO, MACO, a head of a corporation that takes care of healthcare or doesn't, according to some. Well, he shot him dead in the street, shot him in the back, shot him in the leg. Mm, now, Michael Moore, Elizabeth Warren are saying, and AOC, of course, the lovely lady of the socialist persuasion, they're saying, really, people define what the corporations do to them as violence. No, I'm a stickler for this. Violence is physical violence, not mental violence, or should be defined that way. You can't say, oh, you said something to me, or you did something to me, or in business you are ruthless to me. Oh my God, look in my eyes. Look, it's infected. Oh, I don't know what to do with myself. Look at this. Oh, so there'll be no sympathy here. I know with people who are sicker than me, aged or blind to my melodies. Oh, I could sing a song, sing. I sing a song of woe, you see. The last healthy man is not here, you see. We all have bad backs, so we can't lift things up. And I can barely move because I have a broken back. That's why I identify the psychopath who killed that man. I know what can happen when you have a bad back. Oh, yes. In such pain that it distorts your mind, the thinking. Your mind is under control of pain. That's what happens to spell. Well, I think all depressed. So, I'll tell you what's happened. Even though I haven't fully read the article. Oh, too sick to do it. Zen and then bullets fly. This young man, psychopath, had a outstanding upbringing, coming from a wealthy family, um, and a genius in his own way, but and a handsome, I have to admit it, a handsome man. But he had all of a sudden a bad back. His back had he had injured himself while surfing. A surfer, well, yeah, as it is. So he went mad. He went to the Orient to facilitate some awakening within himself, but the awakening was not what we expect. Instead of coming at one with the universe, he came at one with a particular virulent thought process or thought machine of the universe and chose to attack a man he perceived as an exploiter, a villain. Whether that is true or not is irrelevant. The case, but the man went mad. Franken's talked to what he and his family said, if anybody, when let's just say the Wisdom Warren and AOC are jerks. All of a sudden they said, well, your actions are violent and interpreted that way as politicians. Well, what would we feel if they were shot at? Not that this corporate head necessarily was a Republican or conservative. Yes, violent and people on both sides and extremists. Oh, I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I'm going to go off air. Look at my boo boo. No one to sympathize with baby me. Oh, little gotcha. The forces of darkness has got you. What are you gonna do? You're going to get something for the star in my eye. La 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 loo la loo. What am I gonna do? Oh, well. Good night, all. A good night and a good evening. Goodbye.